You're always watching, keeping tabs on the stream, but your own platform's crashing, losing steam. Stop chasing trends, trying to fit in. Your own house is burning, but you won't begin. At not marked, time to wake up and see your platform sinking while you watch TV. Fix your stuff, don't let it fall apart. Get back to the grind where you made your start. They say the grass is greener on the other side, but your roots are deep, there's no need to hide. Kick streamers may be flashy, but they're not your game. Focus on your vision, make your platform reign. At not marked, time to wake up and see your platform sinking while you watch TV. Fix your stuff, don't let it fall apart. Get back to the grind where you made your start. You got the power, the tools in your hand. Stop getting distracted, take a stand. Your audience is waiting, they're ready to stay. Just focus on your platform, don't drift away. At not marked, time to wake up and see your platform sinking while you watch TV. Fix your stuff, don't let it fall apart. Get back to the grind where you made your start. So turn off the stream, log out for a while. Fix your platform, make it worth the while. At not marked.
Hey, what is up, guys? How is everybody doing today? Yeah, sorry, I missed you. How is everybody doing today? I hope everybody is staying safe this afternoon. Gonna be hold on, guys. Yeah, what's up, guys? How is everybody doing today? I hope everybody is staying safe. I hope everybody's doing well. Someone's doing well. I hope everybody is staying safe today. By the way, in about an hour and some change, Lobo is gonna go live. And then I think You know, I don't have a gimmick. My gimmick is being the best. I don't need a gimmick. I don't need a gimmick to 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 be the best. Congratulations on hitting 9,000 followers on here. You are an amazing person. I would love to have you on the podcast. Oh, Joe's here. Hey, Joe.
Hey, Joe. Back in the game, baby. Feeling back to better than 100%.
Hey, well, girl, damn it.
Oh, my God. The hell is that noise?
Dude,
Weird.
You're echoing.
Oh, yeah? Echo Willie?
Yeah.
Let me see if I turn my fan off and get nice and hot.
No, you have something on.
Oh, you mean like in the phone?
Yeah.
Hmm.
You have some
like a
medium. All
right. So you need to tell me right now that I'm not coming through loud and clear? Wow. I'll try it again and come back. Let's see what happens.
Can hear you. I took them off, so. All right, let's try it again.
Trying it again.
Hello?
Hey, man.
What's up, brother?
You can hear me now?
I can hear you now, brother.
That's super. I'm so excited. I have so much to say.
I could have heard you. But it was I could hear me also.
Oh, that's nice. Good to hear yourself voice.
No.
Man, I ate. I can eat again. I can eat. I can drink. I can do it all, and not feel sick anymore.
Tell you today, New Girl was very generous and dropped $5. Dropped a sweet tea in the buy me a coffee.
Sweetness. Where's she at? Did you send her a link?
She might be busy.
It's only 9:00 p.m. over there. I mean, the least she could do is jump on and say hi.
She might not be around, but I want to talk about, like, you want to go. Hey, I'm not gonna do it all because the last time I did an AEW predicting video, I got a lot of flack because I don't watch AEW. I watch it full time.
Who cares? I don't watch football. I'll make football predictions. I don't watch baseball. I'll tell you who's going to win those games too. It's common sense. It's all about the feel.
By the way, I did something. I made a song challenging Lumix. I challenged Lummy.
I heard the song. You sent it to me last night with big capital letters. It said, "Listen to this." So I interrupted wrestling. I think I was watching Rampage at the time, and I went ahead and listened to it. It's so funny the way the girl says Lumux.
Yeah,
She says it different almost every time. It's brilliant.
yeah.
Lumux.
All right, it's good. We got the All In. It's going to be tomorrow at London, England, at Wembley Stadium.
I've already seen the inside of the stadium. I've already seen the setup.
All right,
It's
we
dope.
have. We have all right. We have the first match they have on here is a mixed tag match. A mixed tag match. The winning team will choose the stipulation of the match. Since Nightingale and Statlander at All Out, and it's Chris Stokely, Holloway, Nightingale, and Ishii.
Oh, Ishii, Tomohiro Ishii from
Yeah.
Japan. You know, they love that guy. They put Tomohiro Ishii on every show, and he's so boring. You know, all he does is take a lot of chops and give a lot of chops. That's it. He really can't do much of anything else. He looks like he's too old to even be, like, he should be in this nursing home, and I should be in his spot.
All right.
But we didn't pick a winner, so let me tell you who's going to win. Because the odds are, because Stokely Hathaway is so small, but Chris Statlander is so on point, she says that she's got it, and she's going to be able to handle both Tomohiro Ishii and Willow Nightingale. I feel like in this match they're going to put the baby faces over because that's just what the crowd wants. The crowd doesn't want Statlander and Stokely to win, and you got to make the crowd happy. This show is all about making the crowd happy. So there's another sound clip for you. We're going to get 7 clips out of this one. How many did you get out of yesterday? It's probably about 7.
About like 4.
100. Fucking awesome. Everything I do is awesome. So let's let it rip.
All right, we have the next one it's a 4-way London ladder match for the AEW World Trios titles.
I couldn't hear you because the nurse was talking. Try again.
It's the 4-way London ladder match for the AEW World Trios Championship. We have the picture. It's Christian Cage, Killswitch, and Nick Wayne with Mother Wayne versus the Banging Gang, Juice Robinson, Austin Gunn, and Colton Gunn versus the House of Black, Molotov Black, Brody King, and Buddy Matthews versus Pac in the BCC.
House of Black. That's the only way. House of Black. That's the only way you could go. I'm trying to warm up my finger because it's a cold finger. Can you please not put anything on my bed ever, and not put anything on my blanket? And can you please shut the door? Those are my 2 things. There's the hardest thing for everybody to do. Just keep the door shut because I've been assaulted 3 times here. Patients just walking in the room. I've been punched in the face. So now I have like a PTSD against that door being open. Does that make sense? And this finger's cold, so I'm going to see right here, right on the side. Can you hit me on the side? Not the tip. Not the tip. The side. The tip hurts. The side doesn't hurt. Yep.
All right.
Even if I asked Alexa how they're supposed to do it.
Yeah, this is how they told us. Awesome.
Yeah. Beautiful.
I'm gonna have to restart this reading because I was almost got his name correctly.
I expected that. So I'll probably need 2 units of Lispro, and I'm also going to have Zofran and 2 Tylenol. Thank you.
Hey, let's finish this.
So,
all right.
Like,
all right.
That's the last time that's the last time I'm going to see a nurse. Like, this is her time to come. And you need to accept the fact that if a nurse comes in the room for 2 minutes, that I'm not going to have your full attention, nor are you going to have mine. So you can yell, hey, as many times as you want. But guess what? I still have to give the nurse my blood. She still has to test it. I know it's high because I ate pancakes. And now she needs to come back and give me insulin.
I was almost perfect. I almost got all the names perfect. Because
good. That was practice. So
Claudio Castagnoli. Because I couldn't even. Here's the thing: in every match, every time that I've done a show, I've always said, I've usually said, formerly known as Cesaro, because I couldn't say the name right.
Smart, but just call him Claudio. Just say Claudio. Everybody knows who Claudio is.
And Wheeler Yuta. Here's the thing.
Wheeler Yuta
is in this match.
No, he's done. Oh, wait a minute. Is he against Claudio, or he's tagging with him, right?
He's tagging with him. It's a pack in them.
So how many teams are there in this match? 4 or 5?
4. There's 4 teams.
So House of Death.
It's the Trios title.
Oh. Okay. I thought it was just the regular tag teams. I didn't know it was trios.
By the way, if you listen to what I just said, I said it was for the trios.
Yeah, that's amazing. Appreciate you being a dick. Anything else? You want to be rude some more, or you want to keep going with this?
Let's finish this, because I know a lot of people might not want to talk about this pay-per-view, because a lot of my fans are not wrestling fans. So
that's funny. You have a wrestling logo for your show, but they're not wrestling fans. Wrestling's everywhere. Look at the HWO, like on both sides. But no,
we have you already said House of Black is going to win.
Yeah, they've been really wanting them to win, so they got to make the people happy again.
Yeah. All right. Next is oh God, it's Mac and Nick Jackson.
Yeah, my favorite.
Versus FTR versus The Acclaimed with Billy Gunn.
That's the problem. Because The Acclaimed is in there, it makes it difficult. The Acclaimed is not going to win the World Tag titles. Neither is FTR. The Jacksons retain. Yippee-yo, EVPs.
Yeah.
Bang.
All right. I'm going to skip the Casino Gauntlet match, because
I don't even know who's in it. I just know that Roderick Strong really wants to win it, so that he can go on and challenge Daniel Bryan, because they think Bryan Danielson's going to win the title. And then he wants to go on and beat him in his last match. That's what Strong said last night. Roddy.
Okay, give me one. I gotta go do something.
After 10 o'clock. So 10:05, 10:10, 10:15, but not 9:55. And I won't be having Tylenol at 10. Yep. They should have said that in the computer, but we started this a month ago because I have Tylenol in my NyQuil that I take, so I don't need Tylenol and Tylenol. Yep, my cough medicine has 750 of acetaminophen, so we dropped 1,000 milligrams at 10 o'clock, bumped it to 4, and then I take my Tylenol through my NyQuil. We got it all dialed in. So what are we doing, a shot? That's exciting. Right here. Beautiful. That's the spot. That's the magic spot.
Sorry, I had to go do something.
Perfect. I didn't feel a thing.
Sorry.
Nothing. Beautiful. Thank you so much. Yeah. Oh yeah. I got drinks for days. I'll see you after 10. Okay. After 10. Okay. Thank you.
All right. The next match is we have a last chance match for the Fuck the World title.
Is it Hook? Is it going to be Hook and he's wrestling not Jericho, right? Oh no, it can't be.
It's
Jericho's the champion.
Yeah, it's Chris Jericho versus Hook, and if Hook loses, he cannot challenge. He can never challenge for the FTW.
That's a good opportunity to give Hook the belt back right there. You never have a better opportunity to give him the belt back than that one right there.
I have
my heart would rather see Jericho retain, but I mean, you got to keep the people happy again, and that's the name of the game. So,
all right, we have Jack Perry versus Darby Allin in a coffin match for the AEW TNT title, and I don't.
We know Darby Allin's going to kill himself the entire match just to win at the end. The other thing is Jack Perry, because there's no rules, Jack Perry could have the help from the EVPs And from that, whoever that guy is, Okada, I forgot his first, Kazuchika Okada, they could help him and not be disqualified because there's no rules in a coffin match. You know what's funny? You ever think of the difference between a coffin match and a casket match?
What?
Shouldn't it be the same thing?
I don't know the rule.
Yeah, the thing is,
Alright.
the coffin is like this wooden thing, and the casket is that nice, big, heavy duty metal type thing that they roll up to the side of the ring. When AEW does a coffin match, they put the coffin in the aisle, and you have to somehow get your, it takes away the fun. If you remember the old school casket matches, they'd had Taker in the casket, and they're just about to slam the lid, but his hand would come up, and he'd hold the door, and he'd push it open. You take away all that drama, and it's not in there in a coffin match. But usually,
Alright.
sometimes, you could be in the middle of the match, and when you open the coffin, there's somebody else in there, surprise, and boom, attack, yippee-yo.
All right, we have Maxwell Jacob Fine versus Will Ospreay for the AEW American Championship.
It'll go back to being the AEW International Championship when the greatest wrestler in the world, Will Ospreay, wins the title. Yeah, it's going to be hot. Although
right.
MJF is the most entertaining man in AEW, but Will Ospreay is just a better wrestler. That's all. And let's hope he uses Tiger Driver 91 and breaks MJF's neck.
All right, we have Mercedes Moon. I said it now. Listen, here's the thing. A lot of these names I couldn't even pronounce a couple of months ago. Because Claudio Castagnoli, I have issues with the Japan names, but a lot of the names that I just said are stuff that I've learned. And with Camille, I love Camille because I loved her reign in NWA for the NWA World Title. Versus,
I thought you would.
Oh my God! Oh no, Mrs. Adam Cole is going for the belt.
And you know what? I don't think she can. I mean, she's going to have a good match, but I don't see her winning. I see Mercedes keeping her title. There's too much going on there. How the hell, logically, is DMD going to defeat Camille and I'll call her Sasha Banks? It just makes it easier. They had a great promo on TV. They did a face-to-face where they couldn't physically touch, but they sat across from one another at a table. And DMD said that, a lot of us looked up to you when we were growing up, and you're part of the reason why we got into wrestling, but you're not that person anymore. That person is gone. Now there's this person that we don't even recognize. All I hope is that I get that other person that started when I wrestle at Wembley, because that's the person that I want to beat. And the crowd went nuts. They went ape shit. It was awesome.
We got. I'm going to tell you that I'm not looking forward to the main event because I'm a Bryan Danielson fan, but we'll get to that later. We got one more match until the main event, and that is. I like to call it a piss break match.
What match?
A piss break.
Oh, piss break. Okay. I thought you said fist break. I'm like, what are you gonna do? Punch the wall?
No, Tony Storm versus
Mariah May.
Mariah May. Yeah, sometimes I have to hear the name. So here's the thing.
No, it's easier to repeat something you hear than it is to read something for the first time. So they did a spot today, actually. They were doing a Q&A with Mariah May, and RJ said he was conducting it, and all of a sudden, timeless Tony Storm ran out on the stage. They started beating one another, got pulled apart by security. Tony Storm pulled up a stool. She was going to throw the stool at her, but then she grabbed the stick, and she got her promo in. Tits up, chin out, or whatever it is. Chin up, tits out, and watch for the two. People went crazy.
All right, this is the one that I have a little bit of knowledge on is Swerve Strickland versus Bryan Danielson title versus career match. I think Swerve Strickland is going to win because Bryan's already said that he's going to retire soon.
Hey man, I love Swerve and I wish he would win, but the setup is too perfect. Daniel Bryan has to win. Whatever his name is, Bryan Danielson, whatever they're calling him.
Yeah,
They've been setting this up for months and months and months. Think about how long. From the time that he announced that he was going to retire, that's when it began. The push for this to happen, for the title.
All right. You wanna go over the
Thank you.
here's the entrance for the Casino Gauntlet. It's confirmed. Entry number one is Orange Cassidy. Number two, and then the rest is, let's say, Mark Briscoe, Kyle O'Reilly, Hangman Adam Page, Evil Uno, Roderick Strong, Dustin Rhodes, Matt Taven, and Mike Bennett.
But there's going to be more, right? Or that's it?
I don't know.
I think there should be more after. Because I think the point of the Casino Gauntlet is to have 21 men.
Yeah.
They used to announce 20, and then the 21st would be the Joker or whatever they called it. So we can expect some surprises, perhaps. That's what we love. We love surprises, right?
And the thing, Joe, do you know that? Do you know when I do these stuff, I try to do what I try to do is I try to get quick on it so we could talk about, like, here's the thing. It's like everybody, to be honest, a lot of my fans don't like wrestling because they're more like the big wrestling. Like
Good.
Ric Flairs and all that.
Perfect. Well, let's never talk about wrestling again. I got way more to talk about than wrestling.
Yeah. By the way, dude, here's the thing. I'm not a trained wrestler, but I can beat Lummy. And Lummy will run. If Bubba the Lost Bone, here's the thing. He's a pussy. Lumix is a pussy. The only reason people, if he will list. Here's the thing. Bubba, he is a pussy. He doesn't want to lose his job over something. So he will never take the fight. I gave him 7 days to respond. I gave him 7 days to respond.
I almost texted it to him last night when you said that to me. But I don't even know what platform I was listening to that on. I clicked the link and it took me somewhere weird. I didn't recognize it.
It's about
that's what it is? That's what it looks like? Oh, that's cool. I never saw that. I clicked on it and there was a little orange box and
Listen, I was making music last night and I made one for New Girl. I even made a tribute for EMS
that's awesome.
A
tribute for who?
The EMS, fire, and police.
Oh, okay. I thought you said DMS. That's Dark Match Steve. I thought you were making Dark Match Steve tributes.
No. Dark Match Steve, here's the thing. When I was doing parody songs for Bubba, Dark Match Steve was doing them in. But the thing is, I got everybody, and here's the thing. I am, I might not have like years plans for the shirt. Here's the thing. I can tell you this. I have more people. Here's the thing. I've done Redbeard show. I did a lot of those guys' shows for free.
That's super.
And here's the thing. So, is Country Girl still there?
I haven't seen her. She used to come into my stream every once in a while and say hi. Then we became friends on Insta. And I just liked everything that she put out, just because. And then all of a sudden she came around less and less. And she's got some grudges. She's got some grudges against Bubba and his show. But then she says, I don't even know. You can't even put your finger on it. It's like women. You can't figure them out, So she's the atypical, prototypical woman. There's women you can't figure out. They're special. But this particular one, there ain't no figuring this one out.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I'll be very honest with you. Country Girl changed.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
She was always she was very. There was a lot of stuff but there was some change. She was coming to my stream a lot. She was. but I want to talk about like there's some that's got like I want to. Here's the thing. I'm sorry that I was like bothering you while you were talking to your nerves, but I
Don't be
wanted to
sorry.
get. I was on all names. I was on the roll with names, and it's
Hey
like,
Jake, you know what I think? I think if your fans don't want to hear about wrestling, then we should have never done the AEW All In predictions segment.
but the thing is, it's like here's the thing is because I would have to do it anyway. I would have
Because
to
I don't do anything half-ass. So I'm not just going to tell you who's going to win and then we move on. I'm going to tell you who and why. And I'll tell you why the why. And maybe it's talking too much. I don't think it was because I move fast. But I got out the essential information of everything that needs to be known instead of just saying Jack Perry, the Acclaimed. Like, what the fuck? Who does that? If that's the atypical entertainment that everyone expects, then I'm on the wrong show. Because I'm on a higher level. I don't fucking sit here and leave dead air and be boring and be dull. Like, there's so many people that come onto this stream. People that, yeah, maybe they're cool, but it seems like they're not even trying. It seems like you're bothering them to have them on your show. And I don't say nothing, and I just keep it shut and just keep it moving. I try to involve and bring in some excitement, but still, some people just want to be dull, boring.
People, here's the thing. I'm gonna say this out loud: is when I was having Frankie on, that was not a good thing that I brought him on.
Dude, it made my day. I know it was bad for you, but fucking awesome. Aaron Elmo said, he's doing okay, and Hulk Hogan said he's doing okay, and Brutus the Barber Beefcake said he's doing okay. And holy shit, that guy's a fucking comedian. Is that shoot? Is that real, or is he doing a character?
That's the real him.
Oh my god,
shows
dude!
like that. Where
could you imagine having to live with him? Imagine he lived in your house.
He lived in Sydney, Nova Scotia.
Right. I'm saying, I'm asking you to use your imagination. Do you have an imagination? Because if you do, then you can imagine how horrible it would be having that man living in your house, and you have to listen to him 24 hours a day. Oh my god! Could you imagine? I can't even imagine. You're right. I don't want to imagine it. That sucks.
Yeah. By the way, I do have. By the way, because she used her when she donated the $5. She
Right.
actually gave me her email.
Oh, what's I'm so dumb. I was gonna say, what is it?
I'm not gonna say it because
Obviously not. I was just curious if it was newgirl@gmail.com. That's all I was curious.
No, it's her.
Because that's my email. I mean, it's easy as fuck. holyoakjoe@gmail.com.
I have it's a UK Hotmail account.
Ooh. I don't know why I'm so.
I just want to say this. Number one, what Tony Khan needs to do, because why doesn't Tony Khan? Because Tony Khan, TBS and TNT and stuff has like, why don't they do crossovers like they did with Cody? When Cody was still there, he was doing crossovers with Cody. He was doing.
I'm going to tell you that last night's Rampage was top to bottom the absolute worst booked wrestling show I've ever seen in my entire life. Ever. From beginning to end. From beginning to
Let me guess, you hit a button.
I'm juggling too much shit. I'm trying to make my tea. I'm trying to put my soda over here, and I fucking dropped the phone. That's all. So here's the thing: 6-man tag to start the show. No entrances. All men are like have nothing to do with each other. Like Tomohiro Ishii, like they use on every show. Johnny, whatever his name is now, TV, and some other rando against like 3 other randos, and they're all I guess, good enough wrestlers. But last night's AEW Rampage was just using all of Ring of Honor's wrestlers on their show. I think it's terrible, absolutely terrible. But what I will say is, what show was it? Somebody did it. Oh, Ring of Honor. They used a brand new guy I've never heard of before. I think his name is EJ Ndoku. And this man, you know about him? You know about him?
If he's was he a big guy? Was he like
No, God, he's the biggest guy I've seen in wrestling.
Oh, the
He's like a really in shape Braun Strowman, but black.
Yeah, he here's the thing. He I've seen him over in Major League Wrestling. I saw him.
Oh, really?
He teamed with oh God, what's Tankman.
Hangman Adam Page?
No, Tankman.
Oh, I've never heard of him.
He was they were tag team champions. They beat 5150 for the belt.
Now is 5150 the guys that wear LAX? They changed their name.
They had it was other people from LA. It was Conan that, but they couldn't use LAX, so they had to go with 5150.
That's perfect. Yep, that's awesome. Now they're doing big things with Michael Santana in Aid or whatever it is, Impact with TNA, whatever you want to call it. He did a promo on TNA this Thursday, the one that just passed, and he cut a pretty hardcore promo. He was trying to be Eddie Kingston. He was trying to be, I'm from the streets of New York, and you don't mess with me, because if you mess with me, I'm going to come after all you all one by one. He's trying to take down the system of Moose and Eddie Edwards and Eddie Edwards' wife, and now they got Johnny Curtis. They call him, what do they call him? JDC. That's what they call him, Johnny Dango Curtis. I used him on my first wrestling show. I booked him. I booked him in July of 2003. Right. Yep. So then they remember they were calling him Dirty Dango.
Yeah. Don't remind me about that.
Dude, I feel like that was his best work. He cut the best promos. Every week he talked about, I hate pro wrestling. And then he would just make fun of everything that happened that week in wrestling, like talking about WWF, talking about AEW, talk mad shit. Man, I can't imagine the heat he got from talking that shit. Whether they wrote it for him or he did it himself, it was brilliant. Great work.
And also, Scott was just on Chris Van Vliet's show.
Who was it?
Scott D'Amore, formerly from Impact.
That must have been good.
He was the guy that
I know.
Last year, Bound for Glory. He says, "This is not fucking Impact. This is fuck TNA is fucking bad."
Yeah, it was good. I just didn't see. Sometimes I want to let you know this.
I wish I could play that fucking promo.
Sometimes you cut out. So when you said Scott D'Amore the first time, it cut out and there was no audio. So I'm not deaf, nor am I an R. I just asked you because your audio cut out. That's why I didn't hear the word Scott D'Amore the first time. But I'm really excited about the new company that Scott D'Amore is coming out with. And he has his first hire. He hired a ring announcer, and he hired a great one. Any guesses? I bet you can't guess it right. I'll give you a hint. He was in WWF.
Tony Chimel. No, not Tony Chimel.
That'd be good because Tony worked his ass off for fucking forever for Vince. To end up what? I think he's selling hot dogs right now or something.
No, not Todd Grisham.
Well, give me two more guesses and I'll let the cat out the bag.
Who is it?
Maybe here's where I fucked up because I said ring announcer. This guy's not a ring announcer. This guy's a commentator. This guy's a former WWF commentator, and he fucking the best. The best. I'll give you another hint. He's all over MMA. He's all over boxing. This guy is the best commentator.
Grisham.
Mauro Ranallo. Do you remember him? Love wrestling. I love wrestling. He loves wrestling so much.
Hey, when you said MMA, I thought of Todd Grisham.
I believe you.
Todd
Is it?
Grisham was part of a lot of stuff for UFC. He took Joe Rogan's place in the commentary.
Oh, no
booth at
kidding.
UFC. Yeah.
Do you remember who the commentator right now on TNA is? He's a skinny white guy, Vic Joseph, I think is his name. I got him. I got him.
Matthew Ringwald
Yep.
and
Vic Joseph.
Actually, both of those guys both the guys worked in one of them was aided in English.
Yep. He got Rusev over so much in Rusev Day and all that singing.
Yeah.
Man, he got him over.
The other one is a guy that I remember him doing commentary for one of the shows, one of the C-list shows.
I'll tell you, the passion that comes out of Mauro Ranallo, brother, there's nothing like it. There's nothing like it. He could give you chills just from his commentary.
When I say C shows, I mean like I don't say NXT. I don't say that. I mean main event, WWE Superstars. If you remember WWE Superstars,
They're the best show ever.
That they don't put on TV, the shows that they don't care about, that WWE doesn't care about. What's up, BBB? What's up, brother? What's up?
Well, they have that new concept on X called Speed, and it's all 3-minute matches. That's it. You have 3 minutes to defeat your opponent, and they even came up with a Speed champion, and now they just came out with a Speed Women's champion. So they're testing it out.
Why are they, instead of giving a Speed, they need to come up with like Intercontinental or title for a third title.
I understand. Well, Tony Khan says he's got 6 new ideas for titles. So, God, they have so many already. It's pointless. If everybody's champion, what the hell does it mean?
WBD, Warner Brothers, WBD is not going to let him do some of the things that he wants to do.
I think this thing that's coming up, all the switching of the channels for WWF is going to be out of control. I can't even remember what day. I know October 1st NXT is going to be on CW. I know that. I don't know what day SmackDown moves to USA. And obviously the first day of Raw is going to be in the first week of January on Netflix, obviously. I don't think Raw's moving anywhere else until then, right? Maybe it will. Maybe it will be somewhere else. Maybe it'll show up on another channel before it goes, because I don't think they'll have Raw and SmackDown both on USA at the same time. That's a lot. I wonder what the hell Fox is going to show from 8 to 10 if they don't have SmackDown anymore. I wonder what their goal is. Like, what are they doing? Maybe they'll put UFC or something. I wonder why they will.
Listen, by the way, do you think that they're gonna when they went to Fox, they had Brock Lesnar become champion? They dropped the belt.
Belts don't really mean anything anymore.
I hope they bring someone back. I have a feel. What I would love to see, and I know that I would love to see AJ Lee back. AJ Lee.
She's great. She still got it.
But instead of AJ Lee, I want her to come out as AJ Punk and be seen.
Well, here's the thing. They're talking about her so much with this bracelet. The least they could do is have her and Larry come out on TV once he gets the bracelet back. Somebody said that look at this. They got 2 guys on Raw fighting over a bracelet and 2 guys on SmackDown fighting over a flowery gimmick you put around your neck, right? Like, look what they're fighting over for real. But look how much it means to the story, right? We're talking about a kid's bracelet and a goofy hula fala gimmick. Like, it's not goofy to them because it means something in their culture, but when you look at it from our perspective, it's just I don't even know what that is. A bunch of red things that my eyes aren't good enough to see what they are. all tied
Hey,
together and put around the neck.
hey, Joe, we lost two big. In a couple weeks' time, we lost Sika. We lost the Wild Samoans.
That's crazy how they passed at the same time.
Yeah.
That's unreal. Like I know when Sika passed, and then when I saw just a picture and it said in memory whatever, I'm like, wait a minute, this is like 2 weeks old. Why am I seeing this now? I'm like, wait a minute, that's not Sika, that's awful. What the hell? That's insane, yo. That close of all the days and all the years.
I had
That's
a
unreal.
listen. I'll be very funny. I'll be funny on this. Is like when I saw that, I was like, why are they still showing this? And then I realized that's Alf. And then it's Alf. I was like, oh no, because the thing is, they lost one of the patriarch. I want to say that they still have a bunch of the Rikishi still around. A lot of the people. We lost Rosie, we lost Jamal, and one of them was Umanga.
The biggest loss that impacted me, and you haven't said it yet, was Yokozuna. Rodney. We became friends. We traveled the road together. We did so many shows together. It was unbelievable. And you go from thinking he's a Japanese sumo warrior, but really he's just a big Samoan. And he had like cassette tapes that he would put in the car radio as I was driving. He had to ride in the back seat because he could have fit in the front. He took up the whole back seat. And we would put in these cassette tapes that he had of just beats. And he would sit in the back seat and he would just flow. Freestyle rapping, just blah, 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 blah. Money. So good as I'm driving down the roads. One time I almost messed up. Do you want to give me a minute to tell a story, or you want to talk about something else?
Let's go. This is your show. I'm just the one that runs it.
So we were doing a double shot. We were in Meriden, Connecticut, and he wrestled with Justin Credible and Nick Barbary. They did a 6-man tag against the Power Company, and I believe Kevin Landry. Not that any of those names are familiar. It doesn't matter. That was the first match. I wrestled. We refereed. I refereed. And then we took off. So I worked there, got my payday. We hopped in the giant car, and we were supposed to go to Webster, Mass. To the Armory. And the main event was Yokozuna against Brian Lee, who I know you know as the fake Undertaker from '94. So they were using him. It was Yokozuna versus Undertaker, but it was Brian Lee playing the Undertaker. You feel me? Now, I did something stupid. Of course, this is the days before GPS. Yokozuna had printed out directions of how we could get there, but me, thinking that I know better, said I'm going to go the way that I know. So I just went all the way out to Worcester when I probably could have got to Webster faster, but then I just backtracked over to Webster, asked somebody where the Armory is. We pulled up. I still had my ref shirt on under my jacket. Yokozuna was actually getting mad at me. He was actually telling me that if I don't get there in time and he loses the payday, it's not going to be pretty. So pulled up in front. He jumped out. He ran right in the building. The main event was already in the ring. The referee was in the ring, and the fake Undertaker was in the ring. Literally, what better timing could we have, right? I zip up my jacket. I walk in. I go into the back, and Yokozuna says, "That's my referee." And the promoter says, "I already got a referee. He's in the ring." Well, I unzipped. He says, "You're not even ready." I unzipped my jacket and showed him my ref shirt. He ended up calling me a fucking mock for wearing a fucking ref shirt like that. But hey, they kicked their ref Dutch out of the ring. They threw me in there, and I worked with Yokozuna and Brian Lee. And Yoko put the whole match on me. The whole match was the fake Undertaker chasing me around the ring, like I'm scared, like, oh my God, I'm running for my life, right? And then he would turn back. Meanwhile, Yoko's just chilling. He's in the ring, just relaxing, catching his breath, doing nothing. And then all he had to do was bust out a leg drop at the end and win. And we got our payday there, and we got over, and it was amazing. A nice double shot. But it was close, man. It was really close. We almost missed it. One of the shows we did the same match, but Killer Kowalski was there, and he was sitting in the aisle. We were doing the same thing. Like, Brian Lee's getting heat on Yoko, but then he turns his head like that and looks at me, and then he starts coming towards me, and then I powder out of the ring, and he chases me around. I looked at Killer, and Killer was laughing his ass off. I don't know what was so funny. If it was my expression or the fat guy running around the ring being chased by the fake Undertaker, But Killer was like rolling in his chair. He was laughing so hard. You know Killer Kowalski, right?
Yeah, he's a great wrestler.
Yeah, he's the one. Like his school is the one that put out Triple H in China, and maybe even like this Mike Bennett, and maybe even I don't know if Mike Bennett, where he might have trained over a top rope, but regardless, there's enough names to come out of there to choke a horse. I think Chaotic. Have you ever heard of Chaotic Wrestling?
I've heard of a little bit of.
Yeah, they're based out of Boston, and they are the ones that anytime WWF came to town and they needed some dark guys, some dark match guys or some guys to play security or police or EMTs, they would hire everybody from Chaotic. They would just contact Chaotic. That's where Kofi Kingston came from, and that's where Mercedes came from, and they just dial them up.
Actually, you want to hear some? You want to hear something really cool? I work. There's a promotion out in Rocky Mountains called Rocky Mountain Pros out in Golden, Colorado, or over in Denver. And when WWE, they sent a couple of their wrestlers when WWE was doing. One of the guys that got slammed, I know one of the guys. It's Curtis Cole had to get stitches in his. One of them had to get stitches in his head after what happened with him and Braun Strowman.
Wow, he got to work with Braun Strowman. That's awesome. I would take stitches for working with Braun Strowman. It's worth it. Did you hear about the lady that got hit by Hulk Hogan's beer can?
No.
You know how Hulk Hogan's going around promoting his Real American beer, and he goes around to these abstract places. And he's been to Minnesota, now he's in Ohio, he's all over. Well, he throws beer cans out to the crowd, and they catch them, and then they drink the beers. Well, okay, there's two sides of the story, but supposedly Hulk Hogan threw a beer can, and it hit a lady right in the head. She did 9 stitches in her head. Now, I think they're playing cover-up because also they said, oh, it might not have been Hulk Hogan. It might have been one of the other guys that were throwing beers out, and he chucked it like a baseball, and it hit the lady right in the head. I believe that Hulk Hogan, it's going to happen. If you throw out 100 beer cans, one of them's going to hit somebody in the head. It's just a numbers game. So he should have just owned up to it and apologized instead of everybody, don't say it was me. Say it was this brother over here because nobody knows who he is. He's got no name recognition. It doesn't matter. I hope it's not like that. I hope, you know what I mean? I think if Hogan did it, he'd own up to it. Well, always craziness around Hulk Hogan. Man, thank God for that. All of a sudden this morning, what?
We're going to end soon. So
Thank God. I have so much to do. I've been getting all these notifications and messages. I really need to use my phone.
All right. We're going to end. All right, we'll talk to you guys later. Love you guys. Bye.